and then start. You look
It
good.
is
You look good in purple. Always
12
good in purple.
o'clock noon. So
Yeah.
if you're on the East Coast, we're perfect. If you happen to be in the Midwest or further west on your time, good morning still to you. But it's time for Hardison's Tips. We do it every Wednesday live. So I hope I have some new car sales representatives, but I hope I have some managers because I got something for you today. Last week was different. We talked about HR or human capital, if you will, and some of the finer things that you need to be doing with that. This week, we're really honored to have one of our own from the car business, Mr. Richie Bello. But what he did was graduate to own technology companies. One thing that I liked he did, he opened up a nonprofit for veterans out in Arizona to give them an opportunity to do work that we feel that we're stressed out on, which is technicians, salespeople, service advisors. But he's doing a lot of things. But he has found something that I need to share with you. I do it during my lunchtime, so my people are out to lunch, don't want to waste any more of your time. So, Mr. Richie Bello, thank you for being a guest this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Thanks again for having me, and thanks for the introduction. So, Brandon, what I was telling you quite some time now, and that's why I think you invited me to the show, and I want to thank you for the show. Uh, the whole thing with that is, Brandon, let's talk about the rental companies.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about the history of the rental companies. So they have all these cars. So they cut deals with the auction. That was yesterday. They turned over their inventory. Then they figured we're not getting a lot of buck for our dollars. Okay. So let's do this. Enterprise was the first one that opened up when the CPO came out, where you can actually buy a late model car and certify it. Right?
Right.
Okay. Now, that went well for the dealer sector. Right now, what they're doing, let's talk about today, and the numbers are showing every dealer there can call IHS, get a report, or they can call Dominion, which they have the cross-sell report also, and get registration data. They're selling cars like candy bars online. One of the companies is, we all know about Carvana, right? But the other company is Hertz. Avis is the best one out of them, and Enterprise. So you go, want to buy a car from Avis. Right there, you can buy a car. They have a back end that finances all these cars for the, I know about this for the last 4 or 5 months. So I've been keeping my eye on the market. What's going to happen? Now we know about the history of them. We know about what's going on today. Well, what's going to happen tomorrow? Tomorrow, you're going to see your penetration drop on CPO. That dealer principal is going to say, Brandon, why did this drop? Oh, he's only going to compare dealers. No, Mr. Dealer, get the list of your market share, because you just lost 10% of your market share right out the window. Okay. Now they're doing digital retailing, so they can't sell new cars, but they surely can sell our pre-owned vehicles. And now we're talking about the superhighway. Okay, we're talking about customers are scared to walk into a dealership with this coronavirus. So they're having a field day with this. Bang, solution comes out. Shop Smart is always for dealers. Richie Bello is always for dealers. Dealers 100%. I could care less about anything else. I'm always trying to bring a solution. Here's the solution. Shop Smart is going to have the same type of technology that these companies have, because we'll partner up with DealerTrack and Kelley Blue Book. So we're going to have the finance driver right in our platform where you want to buy the car, delivery at home, you fill it out, it goes into your dealer track. Boom, problem, solutions greater. Okay. We've been developing this solution as well as, for a year and a half.
Right.
Okay. That's why I've been off social media a lot, on and off, but basically off. That's the solution. Mr. Dealer down the road is going to get trainers, corporate trainers. Hey, listen, they're beating me. No, it's not your dealer that's beating you. It's not your dealer that's beating you. It's somebody else that's beating you. And guess who's beating you? Okay. The first guy that's beating you is your rental companies, because they need to turn iron as much as anybody else. And now that's part of their solution. Right. Okay. So that being said, that's part of their solution. What do we do, Mr. Dealer? You either got to go online like them, because you don't want your competitor to have something you don't. That's a no-no. Okay, now you got a problem. So your rental companies are pumping in tremendous amount of registrations, and it don't have to be any more good credit, because they teamed up with a company that has all kinds of financing. So now we got a problem, but we have a solution. So with ShopSmart is a great solution. The other thing about ShopSmart is, just to let you know, when you buy a lead from us, right? We integrate professional corporate trainers like yourself. Okay. We integrate that. We give you 6 hours complimentary for training. We're at $50 a lead. Let me ask you a question. Mr. Dealer, stop hiring trainers. Buy the lead, get the trainer, get trained, and that's it. That's bottom line. And now you have a solution where we got the same solution as Hertz and all these companies that are pumping in registrations in your market. I urge every general manager and every dealer to call IHS, first of all, and touch base with them and get registration before you have a meeting with your corporate trainer and worry about CPO. Because you know what? You think it's bad now. Wait till you see. And I'm sure in your company, you see some numbers are drifting. It's only going to get worse because registration data comes out quarterly. This quarter, your head would spin. What I saw, who's pumping in pre-owned vehicles, a lot of information. Okay. And I'm going to start sending out email campaigns to dealers. Okay. I'm going to say this right here on live. My email campaigns is going to be all about data about your market conditions, about what's going on in your market. So when you see an email from Richie Bello or from ShopSmart, be aware that I'm sharing with you information to get you to that next level and make you aware. We all know that awareness, Brandon, is everything.
Yes.
If you're aware, you can handle anything. How people overcome drinking is by being aware that they're alcoholics. When somebody does recreational drugs, how do you give that up? By you being aware. You got to get revenue. How do you do it? By aware. So that being said, make your dealerships aware, which is what I plan on doing, and giving them the most information, all complimentary to the dealer sector, because who I care about is the dealer. And let me go over why. Because the dealer hires an average of 90 to 100 people. So when they go out of business, there's 100 human beings looking for a job. That being said, ask me any questions.
Okay, excellent. Now, thank you for that. So we got Hertz, Enterprise, Avis doing this. Would you happen to know, because you're the statistical guy here with that, what percentage of dealerships do not have a good online presence digitally? But just
right now, I would say 80% of them. Right now, none of them. Right now, none of them. And when you tell them what's going on, they try something and there's no follow through. They're actually, if you're not prepared in your dealership, that's why I say 85%, because they ain't prepared for online. There's no training. We all know dealers, how they do things, right? They walk because they see others walk. Okay. They don't have any process. That's where training comes in. They need to hire professionals that know how to deliver cars online, because it's on a text. A text is different. It's not the same as me and you were talking.
Right.
Not the same. It's totally a different animal. Here's where the problem is. So dealers try it. They say, this is not working. Guess what? Your other companies have tremendous infrastructure with phone rooms, with follow-up, with this, with that. And guess what? They're going to beat you hands down.
Gotcha.
Hands down.
Now,
now. And what is the mess is that other companies have tremendous infrastructure that are selling pre-owned vehicles, and they're eating up the market share. And every quarter, there's less penetration from the dealer sector, and there's more increasing and increasing and increasing. So buyer beware, dealer be really aware, okay? I mean, get this serious. Go out there and hire who you gotta hire to develop this infrastructure. The same thing is when BDC came into our market. Dealers didn't know about it. They hired all these trainers, right, to put that. Well, you need to hire internet guys that know the e-commerce site, guys that know what platforms to use. I'm going to mention something. One of the best platforms to sell cars online is Magento. That's one of the best platforms out there. I urge dealers to develop shop.abcmotors.com and have your e-commerce site.
Boy, let me ask this, because you said it earlier. Did I hear you say that this Shop Smart, you said 50 leads?
Yeah.
The customer,
No, 100 leads.
Okay, could you explain that again?
The minimum is 100 at $50, and we got 3 products. We have used cars from your inventory, new cars from your inventory, and we developed something that's called Conquest Sales. So if you're a Honda dealership, you want to penetrate Toyota customers, right? Guess what? We have them.
All right.
Right now, Mr. Dealer, I'm sitting on over 1,900 leads every week. And your competitor is buying those leads and penetrating your brand.
Outstanding. So
because they want Conquest Sales. So right now, there's some deals that are on the program and some that are not. If you go to ShopSmart, you see the part that says vehicles.
Okay.
And certified and new cars. The vehicles are our customers, basically. Those dealers are buying they're buying the leads. They're buying the Conquest Sales leads.
So how long has this Shop Smart Autos been available?
You know what, Brandon? Honestly, we've been developing it for the last year plus.
Yeah.
We reached out to your company at the beginning of the stages. We weren't ready yet. I was not selling anything. There's a press release out as of August the 15th is when we're ready to go to the market.
Okay.
Okay, because now all the functionality works. Where by Friday we're going to be putting in Dealer Track. And I want to say this here. I would like a test from any dealership that would like at no charge. I'll put the Dealer Track on their inventory and they watch their leads go into their thing. I'll do that, and I'm not going to do that for 30 days. I'm only going to do that for 10 leads. That's it. And they're going to see that they're going to start delivering cars like these other companies. 10 leads, I'm going to give you 10. I'm going to guarantee you 10 leads. 10. Right. Anybody wants that, call me. 631-578-9018.
So let me just make sure for some of the people that came in a little bit late, because some of your followers are on here, and that's great. So dealers that do not have a good presence digitally on their site, instead of them going out with the HR function and hiring someone, and now you have to take care of all the back end as far as the insurance and everything, they can come to you and your company, and you will coach them, give them some, did I hear complimentary training?
Yeah, I'll give them compliment. When they buy the leads from us, our product is this. You buy leads, a minimum of 100. You get immediately trading on Zoom for 6 hours.
Okay.
Every week we get a few hours and we go over what the process is. That's our product. You buy leads, complimentary training, done. That's 6 hours. Okay. My professional automotive trainers that you know of them, who they are.
Wow.
That's one thing that happens. But I want to show dealers that the online presence is very important. I'm willing, any dealer that calls me, I can have 100 dealerships call me tonight and I'll turn them all on. Every single one of them. I'll give them 10 leads to test Dealer Track. 10 leads to test Dealer Track. It goes right in your Dealer Track with the deal structure and everything. All you got to get it is approved. Okay?
Wow.
That's what these rental companies are doing. Pay attention to this because the CPO, as we know it, it's always going to exist, but the numbers are going to drop. And now that's big gross profit. So let's talk. Why is used car such a big profit? You got reconditioning, you got retention, and you got new cars. I mean, used car sales, the gross profit.
Correct.
Really, when you look at the gross profit, it's big money, but it's not as much as your service department. Okay? That's where it's big. Listen, you don't want these rental companies to do, because you know what these rentals companies are going to do? They're going to team up with these fix ops places or whoever. They're going to do partnerships, because that's what's going to happen. They don't have a shop like the dealer does. That's our value. Okay? Our value is that we can fix them. We can sell them, but we can fix them. These rental companies can't fix them. They got to send it to somebody else, okay? Or the customer goes to their local garage. We have to take control. That's the solution. We, as a dealership, offer you getting your car serviced. So you know what? If I'm selling cars and my competitor doesn't have a shop and I do, I'm discrediting that deal in about 32 seconds. That's how long it's going to take me to discredit that deal.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing. They will down the road get it. And we're in a price sensitive market right now because what's going on with Corona. Okay. But the gross profit of the dealerships have gone up.
Yes.
Why is that? I'll tell you why that is. Right? Supply and demand. The OEMs cut back watching coronavirus. There's not a lot of cars of inventory. Bang, supply and demand. When that supply and demand goes away, be careful. Okay? Be careful. And the used car grosses are about the same. They're not a little bit high. They're actually going to drop from the last quarter that I saw about $275. Why did they drop? Because of these companies. You know what it is to drop your $200 and a quarter per car? It's a lot of money, gentlemen.
It is.
That's a lot of money because they're selling, and when you add the registration and you add what the gross profit has dropped to new car dealers and independents, when you do those numbers, it's a Bible. You know, data can actually talk to you if you really want to.
I like that.
Yeah, the data can actually speak to you like you're speaking to me. Data can communicate with you. If you look at how much are they penetrating and how much is the dealership's profit gone down on used cars, now you look at those numbers and, I can identify the problem. Listen, you can actually manage anything through metrics.
Right.
As long as you have the metrics, it can communicate with you. It communicates with you.
You got it. Now, I'm assuming in that total was turn, because I still hear that a lot from front to back. It took a long time in the back to get it turned, to get it pictures on site to get it on the front line. So I guess that's
Right.
included.
And here's the thing: one of my friends, a very close friend of mine, last night called me. Got a Suburban. Okay, so he gets this Suburban, and he's having a problem turning it on. Whatever. He gets OnStar. Well, OnStar gets on the phone and tell him he wants Wi-Fi. This guy's nuts, right? He wants Wi-Fi. Okay, great. They tell him, you can get roadside assistance. You can get this. You can get that for what? $20 a month. So anybody that can buys a car from there through all these companies, they turn that on. Bang, they got roadside assistant. So now you got a problem because your OEMs are promoting that.
Gotcha.
The same way with Mercedes, the same type of thing. So I got plenty of friends that buy cars all the time, and they talk to me and tell me, whatever. Me, I don't pay attention to it because I can't drive anyway, so I don't care. But I like a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But I watch these things that happen in this marketplace, and you know what? The data is there, Brandon. And I'm sure in your group, you take all 18 stores right away and talk to your accountant to pop in the data for you, either through DMS, and have her look at her journal and tell you, where is my average gross right now? Run a daily operating control. A doc, right? Find out what your average gross is now on used cars, years, and go back to last year and do a comparative analysis. When you do that, you're going to see a big change.
I like that. Before it's time for both of us to go, it would be remiss of me if I don't bring it up, just because I love the vets. Could you just mention something about your institute and why you wanted to go that way?
Yeah. You know what? I got a trip planned. I gotta be in Florida. I'm gonna swing by Washington. I might have the grants and all that. So we're working really, really tight on that. We really haven't said anything yet because we're waiting to get there and send out a press release. But we've been working on that now for, even though this Corona happened and all that, my team's still working on it. I still have the same team members. I haven't changed that. And we've been working on it. So I think we're going to be lucky enough because it's a process that I believe we got one of my CMOs got that together. I think we have to share some profits to different institutes to get the educational grants. So we're hopeful that with this meeting that we're going over there will be the last thing that we do, and we get the funding, and then we can really hammer out what we want. We've been working on this for almost 5 years now.
And Arizona is where it's housed at?
Yeah, Arizona is where the institute is at. Correct. And, I think ShopSmart has helped the brand a lot with the institute. So, yeah, that's what we're working. We still got the same directors and the veteran and everything the same, the guys that do the operation side. So we're really working really on it. So we have this meeting that we got to go to Washington and hopefully, what I want to do is give back from my profit companies to the vets. And really what I really want to do, I've put my head around it. If I get the grants, I'm not going to charge anything to the dealership, and I'm not going to charge anything to the vets. I'm giving that away to help our veterans because we have a profit company, so we don't care.
Outstanding. So before I have to go and you go, I know you gave out a number before. I don't know if you want to do it again. Maybe somebody came in late, but how can they find out more about this mind-blowing thing you just told us about Enterprise and Hertz and Avis?
Listen, Brandon, thanks for putting that up. You're sharp. You asked me and then you put it up. You're amazing, Brandon. You know that? That's what I love about you.
Outstanding.
You asked me.
There it is. So,
you're amazing.
Richie, it's always fun to be around you because you're a wealth of knowledge, and that's because you always tell me you're a technology guy. So you're on the front end, and you're here to help the dealers, and you've given in some great information today. So we do thank you for your time as always. And how's the weather up there in Long Island?
It's raining out of that. I would be outside, but it's pouring. I said, I don't want to be inside. You know, Brendan, I'm an earth guy. I like being outside because everybody, I mean, I really smoke cigars. I smoke like maybe 3 or 4 a day. I'm not, I don't do it for entertainment. It's not a nice habit and it's a disgusting habit, really. But I have a habit, but I'm always outside for that reason. And I like earth. I like the trees. I like to be around. That's why I live out here, you know. So I'm always outside for that reason. I'm more outside than inside.
Yeah.
You know, when I actually work my computer and all that outside, you know. And my Wi-Fi is actually better outside.
Oh,
so
there you go.
We got it set up like that purposely because I do all my work outside and I enjoy being outdoors. And when you see me inside, there's something wrong. Either I have a cold and I'm sick or the weather is bad.
Just like it is today there. So
really raining. How's the weather over there? Nice or what?
So partly cloudy, so can't complain too much.
Yeah.
But let me get back to my class, and we do thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, you see the number that you need to call up there on the screen to find out more of this groundbreaking. And if you're listening, boy, please let somebody else at your dealership know, because when those numbers start to fall, somebody's going to have to be held accountable. So Richie's giving you some information. Let's get on to the top of it right now while we can. So Richie Bello, thank you as always. And
Brandon, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on your show. God bless you. Have a very great day today. And let us know if there's anything you ever need. We're only a phone call away. And that goes for a lot of people out there. Just call me, no problem.
Appreciate it, Richie. And this is Brandon Hardison. As always, catch us next week. In parting, you go out and you make it a champion day.